Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 6, 2025, and Barcelona's sporting director Deco has finally addressed the rumors surrounding Neymar's return. Also, Deco has answered Jorge Mendes' statements about Ansu Fati needing to play. And finally, it's reported that Barcelona have sent Frenkie de Jong a new contract renewal offer. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and we will begin this video by discussing Neymar, because as you know, we've been talking about this for several days now. There have been a lot of rumors about Neymar returning to Barcelona, with rumors stating that Neymar has only gone back to Santos to regain his form and then he can come to Barcelona in the summer. We saw Andre Curie, who's Vitor Roque's agent and Neymar's former agent, stating that Neymar would be glad to come back to Barcelona and that it would be very feasible because Neymar will become a free agent in the summer. And given all this rumor and all this hype, of course, Deco was asked what's going on with Neymar. Are Barcelona, trying to sign him? Is he going to come back? And this is what Deco had to say. It's not a financial issue. First of all, I think Neymar has to try to be happy again, to enjoy football. I don't see a better place for him at the moment than Brazil. Santos, his club. I support Neymar. I want him to be happy, and his team needs him. Everyone who likes football needs to see a happy Neymar. Ney is an important player. I think that if one day a situation like this were to arise, it would be good for him and good for us. Neymar was a phenomenon who passed through here. He did what he did. He won what he won. Sometimes these stories don't repeat themselves. They can repeat themselves. You never know. But I think that this is not the time for Barcelona to think about Neymar, nor for Neymar to think about that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Deco closing the door on the possibility of Neymar coming, saying, he's happy for him. He wants him to see happy. He wants to succeed. I think the best place for him is Brazil, to be at Santos. That yes, he had a great time here at Barcelona, but those things sometimes don't repeat themselves, and that this is not the time for Barcelona to be thinking about Neymar, nor is the time for Neymar to be thinking about Barcelona. It's pretty much what I've been saying all these past videos. Hey, look, Neymar gave us some great years. We're always going to be thankful for those great memories, the wins, the treble, etc. But the past is in the past. That was 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. It's time to move on. It's time to focus on the present and the future. We cannot keep trying to relive the past. I mean, if we go down that path, okay, I might as well sign back Deco, Ronaldinho, Iniesta, Xavi, and bring them all here. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a project for the future. We're not trying to build a Barca Legends team. We already have a Barca Legends team with all the former Barcelona players that play friendly matches. We don't need that on the first team. We lived those moments. There was happy moments. Let's focus on the future, not on the past. And pretty much Deco saying the same exact thing. And I'm glad that he's saying the same exact thing. All right, now Deco was also asked about Ansu Fati. As you know from a previous video that I made, Jorge Mendes was asked as he was walking out of that dinner, hey, what's going on with Ansu Fati? He said Ansu Fati needs to be playing, but things are complicated at Barcelona, and Deco was asked about those statements, and this is what Deco had to say. Ansu is part of our squad. He has had bad luck with injuries when he was growing. The evaluations will be at the end of the season. So Deco saying, he's still part of the squad. We'll see what happens at the end of the season. Of course, we know from several reports that Barcelona are actually already exploring possible exits for Ansu Fati. In fact, they're exploring the Middle East options like Saudi, United Arab Emirates, or Qatar, because unfortunately, Hansi Flick does not count on Ansu Fati. It doesn't seem like Ansu Fati is going to be getting any minutes. I mean, he's not even being included in squad lists. So Barcelona are already working with Jorge Mendes, Ansu Fati's agent, to look for a new exit for Ansu Fati. Of course, Ansu Fati has refused to leave so far. His family have been trying to push him to leave Barcelona. Jorge Mendes have been trying to push him to leave. He has been refusing, but we'll see in the summer. Maybe his mind will change now that he's seeing that Hansi Flick simply does not count on him. Now, speaking of Deco, of renewals, of contracts, etc., it's been reported that Barcelona have sent Frenkie de Jong a contract renewal offer. Now, Frenkie de Jong's contract expires in the summer of 2026. Barcelona had been trying to renew his contract for quite some time. They sent him a contract renewal offer over a year and a half. He refused to respond to that contract offer, not denying it. Not rejecting it or accepting it or improving it, nothing. Simply, he did not respond. Every time Barcelona tried to meet with him, he refused to meet with the club. Finally, Barcelona got tired. They said, okay, this offer is revoked. If you want to renew, you have to come to us. And if you do come to us, you're going to have to accept a salary reduction. Well, it seems that Barcelona have done a 180 because now they have sent Frenkie de Jong a new contract renewal offer that extends his contract for 3 more years, and guess what? He would still have the same exact salary, which is around 19 million euros per season. However, the new contract does not include the deferred wages from the COVID era. If you don't know, when COVID hit, stadiums closed, Barcelona all of a sudden found him, like all the other clubs, found themselves with no income. So they agreed with players that they would defer their salaries, not forgive. A lot of people confuse this, think that Frenkie forgave his wages. He didn't forgive his wages. He deferred them. Means you pay me later. You don't have money now, don't pay me now. Pay me later when you do have money. That's a deferral. It's different than forgiving. The only player to ever forgive his salary was Gerard Piqué. That's the only guy that when he left said, okay, I forgive everything you owe me. Don't worry about it. Everyone else has deferred his salaries, including Lionel Messi, by the way. But anyways, Frenkie de Jong, contract renewal, 3 more seasons, same salary, but no payments from his salary deferral. And this is where I say, it seems like with Deco and this board, there is no middle ground. They either do pull extraordinary moves or they do incredibly stupid things. And this is one of those stupid things. Because you're telling me that Frenkie de Jong deserves to earn 19 million euros per season, more than Lamine Yamal, more than Rafinha, more than Pedri, more than Cubarsí, more than Íñigo, more than Balde. You're telling me Frenkie deserves to earn more than all those players who are absolute starters, who are incredibly important for the squad, where Frenkie has been missing for the entire first half of the season, and even now he doesn't start all matches. That does not make sense to me. Also, second point, not only is it an incredibly high salary for a player who doesn't deserve such a high salary, you know what this will cause? This will only cause more problems because guess what? The club, they're trying to renew players. They're in negotiations right now with Rafinha. If Rafinha sees that Frenkie de Jong earns 19 million, guess what? He's going to say, I want 22. Especially with the year that he's having. And by the way, Rafinha would be 100% in his right to do so because he is way more valuable than Frenkie de Jong. So why shouldn't he earn 22 or 25 if Frenkie de Jong is earning 19? Same thing with Lamine Yamal. He's in negotiations to renew his contract. He's going to see Frenkie making 19. Guess what? He could ask for more and he will be in his right to ask for more because Lamine Yamal is way more important than Frenkie de Jong. So why shouldn't he earn more than Frenkie? Or what if Barcelona sign a big star in the summer? That big star is going to look, oh, Frankie's earning 19. I want 25. What is going on here? What kind of precedent are you setting? By the way, this does happen. It's already happening at Real Madrid. Mbappe, highest paid player on their squad. Vinicius right now, he's negotiating his renewal. He wants more money than Mbappe because he believes he's more important than Mbappe. So what are you doing, Barcelona? Not only are you wasting your money on a high salary on a player that doesn't deserve it, but now you're opening yourself up for other players to demand incredibly high salaries. And that will only bring us back to the Bartomeu era when Barcelona were bleeding money because of an incredibly high salaries. And finally, the final point, how weak does Barcelona look right now? How weak does Barcelona look right now? Frenkie de Jong, for almost 2 years, disrespected the club, refused to answer phone calls, refused to meet with the club. When he got injured back in April, he was just showing up to the club, doing his gym workouts, and going home. But whenever the Netherlands called on him, he was ready to go. He didn't end up playing because the Netherlands were like, okay, yeah, you're too injured, go back home. But it got to the point where the club had to set an ultimatum and say, hey, you either healthy by this date or you're going to go to the stands, because he simply was not trying to recover. He was just showing up, doing his exercise, and going home. But when the Netherlands called, he was ready to go. So finally, Barcelona get tired of his crap and say, okay, offer expired. We're done. If you want to renew, you come to us, and you have to accept the salary reduction. 2 weeks later, oh, never mind. Here's a contract renewal offer, even though we told you it expired. I know you didn't come to us, even though we told you that we're not going to renew you unless you come to us. But here's a contract renewal. And I know we told you should roll with your salary, but here's a contract with the same exact salary. How weak do we look right now? How weak do we look right now? Now, any player, not just Frenkie, is going to look at this and say, oh, well, I've got to be able to do whatever the hell I want. Oh, Barcelona sent an ultimatum? I don't care. They don't stick to their word. Just absolutely shameful. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did upload another video before this one, so stay tuned. So make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.